Alright. You know what? I forgot to change the title here. Testing chat. Well, let's play. Number 2 in the queue. And we're in. So everybody's disconnecting. Should have a lot of new players today. They sold some new keys, so we got new folks. All my loot's still there. We lost all our treasure yesterday. All our pirate treasure. So we're gonna have to get some more. We're gonna have to go pirate some more. Which is kind of more. We've been doing a lot of like building and stuff. I think today's a good day to. We'll just hunt people down. Because we don't have any material to make anything anyways. We have lost it all. Kind of a morale hit, to be honest. It's a morale hit for the game that we lost all our treasure because we thought the game mechanics were such that what we were doing would work. But it's pretty simple. You cannot leave a derelict ship off the... oh, somebody's been here. Can't leave a derelict ship. Cannot leave one outside of a map, or an island that is. Somebody's been here recently. So yeah, if you leave a derelict ship, outside of an island area, so for example, on an island area, like this is just a segment of the game world, if you left a ship here, derelict, it would stay, but if you go out into the distance and store it between islands, then it will be cleaned up during server maintenance. So we didn't know that. since we've seen other ships, we thought it was that there's nothing to it. That you could abandon a ship somewhere and it would stay. That is not the case. Pretty good island to do stuff on. Gonna log our ship there and make another one real quick until the guys get on, Trades and Sefka. So another shipbuilding start. It might be like this like every time. I don't know, because it's hard to keep stuff. Like, you don't want to stay online with your most important ship solo. It's too risky. So we got some stuff. I don't know. I have all this nickel, tin. Copper will make the thing. Silver and gold's good for engines. This stuff's good for wings. Guess I can grab it all. Stash this. Would I need anything wood? I can make the paneling. I kind of like it back here. Gonna set up a shipyard and then get my little fighter up and running. This should work. So the ship should face me whenever I design it or activate it. Create the frame. Yeah, see how the arrow is pointing to me? I was standing right here. So it's good to keep that in mind. Just to get something up. 118. Do we care? Do we have? We don't have 118 of. It's 10. Assembly station. Just enough. Kind of like this. After you do it a couple times, it's like, doesn't take long. I know kind of exactly what I need to do. Just register myself here. And that'll be gone. So yeah. I was looking around at like the engine's stats, and it's, how do I say this? The power to weight ratio is like speed. So this one is pretty good. I've got this up to 100 with bonuses. So I had like a 50% toll bonus with steel and tungsten. But the thing weighed so much that its power efficiency on the ship was pretty low. Or not low, it was good, but not optimal. So I think it's really, there's a lot of depth to the random schematics you get and finding out the best option. This isn't technically the best option. It might not even be the best option at all, because this doesn't give me more power for the weight that it has. So it weighs so much, like 313 kilograms, whereas some of these other ones might weigh 200. And again, it depends on the materials you put in. But just for example, this is 200, giving me 37 power, plus the bonus. Might be better than 100 power, a 100 power engine with more weight. So the power factor is important. You don't just get, oh, it's got the most power, and then throws a bunch of them on. It won't work. You'll have, 6 300 kilogram engines, so 1,800 kilograms, it's like, that's pretty heavy. So I may want to, with that in mind, I may want to check out something more fuel efficient for now. Only good thing is, like, resilience is good. I'm kind of curious. I think I made these the other day. 50 fuel efficiency is really good. Even at 26 power, like, I don't know, what does the weight go out to? What do I do? 10. $211 for 26 power. Yeah. Got nothing middle ground besides like this, which is not bad actually. It's good middle. Like this one may be the best one I have. I'm gonna do some stats on that at some point. $202. I don't think they have overheat limit. Maybe this one's better. I don't know. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Looks like I'll probably need to farm more though. access that other one? Nope. Alright, let's look around for some material. Gonna need a little bit more to make. Of course, the other ship's gone. Okay, I thought this would be a good island, but I don't see any material around here. Maybe salvage. Nope. He's buried. Okie dokie, low resources here. I know there's some up on that guy. Guess it's not bad for fuel. Get up. Get up there. Just gathering resources. Although I see none. At least up top. Guess I'm replenishing fuel since our other jet takes a lot of fuel. Somebody's been around here. You know, maybe those are supposed to be in the ground normally. Fuel canisters. Are they supposed to be sticking up like that? I don't know. There's a rock. Not much, but some titanium, good for wings. That looks weird. Kind of hate the glider on land. Because I like jumping, spamming jump to like travel. And it just doesn't feel the same. Gold. Just doesn't look like much gold. Looks like all the resources are going to be underside. No that. Died on rock like that yesterday. Mining. Sadness. Lost the loot. Lost 2 whole days of loot. Oh no. It's half pirated loot. Oh no. But I've got new ideas how to do this. There's a couple different ways to do it, actually. But yeah. It's like nothing on the surface of this area. It's all underground. Or below the island, I should say. It's not underground. It feels underground. It feels like I'm under a cave. Besides the death awaiting me if I release this one tiny lifeline. Which makes this game awesome because you're like always on the end of a line. Once death has more of a weight to it. I still feel it. Like when I have tons of resources like this and I'm like swinging around, like get that feeling in the pit of my stomach, like, oh, you know, oh shit. Thank God I just latched on and there's no bug or something that killed me. And then you do get the bug that kills you. So mining is a skill. I hear you, Atreides. I hear you. It's not sadness. It's continuing on. With expensive knowledge. Could have just put a tiny little dinghy. Tested, but no. We were tired and had to do it all at once. Like, let's test our engines, but when it comes to hiding all our loot, no test. Just lose it all. Today, though, we get it all back with pirating and maybe some mining, because inevitably we're going to be on islands. Yeah, I got a response. I put it in Discord. A couple notes in Discord about it. As in a single thread by a user who pointed out a message that he got in-game, luckily. So they did a system chat and they're like, hey guys, ships that are not in an island's area that are derelict will just be deleted. So persistence? What's that? That's pretty much what I hear. But they had it at one point, so I mean, that is the intent, right? Their intent is to have this thing, or at least was. And maybe with the ability to salvage ships now, it'll be more of a thing. Because I can totally see if I'm flying between two islands and I see just a junk ship there that's like, you know, floating around. I could leave it, but it's probably worth checking out and salvaging it. And it's just something fun to do. And eventually, if something gets too cluttered or too laggy, as long as players can be the cleanup crew, it's totally doable. And it's totally, like, you know, if a user wants to build an island of, you know, ships, derelict ships, they should be able to, and people should be able to come, you know, trash their work eventually. Like, you know, they can build a ship in the sky or a city in the sky, but then somebody else can come clean it up. So let it happen. Like, I can see where there's a problem. If you had like 30-second load times, we're down to like 10 seconds. But I can imagine if it was worse and you had these massive, just unbearable wait times. Yo.
I don't know. Maybe you should respond to the ticket and ask, like, is this the way that it's always going to eventually be?
I don't think it's for the customer support team to answer that. So,
Yeah.
you know, they're not the community response guy. They're just, you know, answering tickets. So, um, I just told them, I was like, you know, hey, I don't expect a reply, but, you know, just some feedback, just real quick. Like, if you guys had like a 7-day timer where if a personal respawner is not used on that ship for 7 days, like, then remove it, but not like instantly every maintenance day. Like, anything you leave is gone. So,
That means that if you get into a fight right before maintenance and you fucking kill off the spawner, and then like the game crashes and then goes into maintenance, then all of your fucking thing that you just killed is gone. It's
right.
just like,
Yeah,
dude,
it's I know what the reason they put it in, and it was just a month ago that they did this. So literally, you know, 3 weeks before we started playing is when they started cleaning up because the lag was so bad because there was derelict ships, you know, every which way. So I understand the reason to do it, but I think putting it on a timer is much more um, reasonable. If it cleans up itself after a week, like if maybe they just do the frame, put a timer on the frame or something, where if there's no respawner on it that's active. So I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, I might post a story on the forums.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Explain.
probably a good idea just to make it a
Yeah.
topic so that I mean they're obviously reading the forums and responsive, so um, posting something is probably really good in terms of getting getting it heard. So so all right, I guess I got the shaking bug here. This is not good. Island started respawn, and I'm gonna restart client after this. I'm so shaky. It's earthquake.
Uh, the answer to this is just a really lame answer, which is get a secondary account, and that is the account that you use to get your like bury your loot. Which means
Very
that it's
lame.
totally unavailable. Yeah, it's just like, meh. Like, and it is the most optimal way to do it. It's just so lame. You're not burying treasure. You're not like stashing it in some hard to find area. It's just like, meh. No risk to it.
No risk. And, you know, you can't do what you might want on a single account. Like, you have to have a second account. You have to buy a second account, so on and so forth. In other words, it's a pay-to-win mechanic.
Yeah.
in that regard. And I'm certain people are doing that already. Like, it's already a thing. There's no way, like, any large alliance is not doing this. But, yeah. Let's see if I die, if this fixes this. Yeah, post about it.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to my girlfriend's tonight, so
Alright,
I'll probably have to be on for a little bit.
what's that?
I'm going to my girlfriend's tonight, so I'll probably need to be on for a little bit.
You probably what? Won't be on? Won't be on for a little bit?
Will only.
Will only be on for a little bit, yeah. Just restarting client. It's all the shakiness. Okay. Okay.
I don't
Interesting.
know I don't know how difficult this would be to accomplish, but another thing they could do is like have it be that after a set amount of days, you know, the cumulative amount of damage that maintenance puts on the ship each day will kill it. You know, so like they could have it to where, you know, every day it puts on 1/7 the amount of damage on all components of the ship that would otherwise kill it. You know,
Right.
so there's a cost involved in, and that would make some sense. You know, like
But
it's
that's
and
more server work to like apply damage to thousands
yeah,
of pieces rather
I
than
would
just,
assume so.
you know, one item, you know, frame where a personal respawner gets a timer and boom, it just destroys it all.
It
Oh
would just
man.
cooler. It would just be cooler if it was the damage thing. Like I get the whole like 7 days thing. It would be better, and you know, no cleanup at all would be the best. But
That was crazy. I'm in the island. I can see everything. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay.
all right, I'm gonna shower. Get off.
All right. was fun. Maybe I'll design a bigger ship. 2 or 3 segment. A lot of good material on this island. So, I can build engines. Either lots of power. I don't think I would ever use these fuel efficient ones. I think I would always use these. They just have a little bit more power. I need to do that calculation to find out efficiency. Ye pirate's treasure. Yar. Can't have it on rocks. This one's totally different. A skiff. Tin 3.4 is tin 3.4 weight. Yes, it is. So the best frame is titanium, most likely. Aluminum's good too. Maybe just aluminum, I don't know. We were using tin, which is not that much different. But the power factor, the weight per the weight per. Probably straighten these out first. So you straighten these out. You look at this side, put those out to the max. You straighten out this. Straighten out this guy right here. And when you have that straight, you know these two are right under each other. And instead of messing around with the lines, you can just do the same thing here. Just move this out. Just a little bit off. Boom. Now we have a perfectly straight fighter, very similar to that one. It's actually a little bigger. A little wider inside. We had a 2300 ship. $316. Oh. There was a ship yesterday with 474 total engine power. Weighed about 2,300 kilograms. It's a 0.2. 0.2 power per kilograms, which is going about 30 knots. Could go up to 30 knots. Can we do better? I can get engines had 6 engines, so it doesn't even matter your engines really, as long as the power to weight ratio. Which I'm thinking some with propellers are probably pretty good, like this one. This one might be the best one I have, because the wood propeller means the weight can be really, really low, with like cedar or something. We actually don't know what there's no stats that I know of that somebody's tested wood, which I could do if I had enough of the same material here. I could try all the different wood types in the propeller, and that would give me an idea of which engine has the best, or which wood gives the best power per weight for a propeller. But nonetheless, like, these are really good, right? They're going to weigh less, relatively, and give good power. So yeah. Any of these I would never use, probably these, right? Because I can learn spend a knowledge. Look at material difference though. I need to plug these all in and do some maths. This one does not look bad. But what are we getting for the extra weight, you know? Like, overheat limit. These look good for like all around, going through, going everywhere. As are these. I don't really like fuel inefficiency anymore. Kind of thinking maybe we don't need for example casing. If we want to make it the strongest, we would put, you know, steel or something in as the casing, right? But it weighs pretty heavy. Not too bad actually. But for example, the mechanical internals, fuel efficiency and overheat spin up, sounds like those should be aluminum. If you put these as aluminum, even the casing, especially for interior engines, you have a very light casing. And these two drive your power, right? If you're going for powerful engines to get more speed. So I made these engines, which ones? These guys with steel here. So they're really resilient. But that's not necessary. This needs to be aluminum because they don't affect power at all. And they already suck at fuel efficiency, so like, who cares? This is where you want your heavy material, this in the propeller. This one would be like gold, silver, I don't know, depends on the weight, silver, between silver, gold, and tungsten. And then your propeller, to maximize power, you would want, you know, different different stuff there. All right, it's just power to weight, so got to figure it out. Heck, maybe you just go with the highest stats, like tungsten. Because it's like 20% better than gold. Aluminum casing internals. Min-max. Okay, 350 or 348. So need 700. Do I have enough? 695. I'm off by one. Whatever. The other issue or thing to consider is storage. Repairability. You don't want aluminum stuff outside of the ship. So maybe besides wings, I guess. And then quality. Something we don't really have stats for is the difference in quality. Such good complexity. I'm just here and thinking about it all. I'm thinking about how I could easily have tested all this stuff if we didn't lose all our loot. So we have a pink node and a white node. Do these matter? Does color matter? Here we go. Almost dying. In this corner we have copper. And this we have iron. So if I had a ship that weighed, because our steel one weighs 3,400. If I could manage 6, let's say 660. 3,400 ship, it's still not as good. If I had the best engines, you need like the lightest ship, which means you need a small frame. You need to be able to put I don't know, maybe just ditch the decking. Like the bottom decking. You just have no decking. I don't know. That's not smart. But then you also want something that can travel through storm wall and sand wall. So, like, what's the best thing? All I know is like that guy's ship. $2,300 weight. He had a .206. I'm gonna just call it power factor. Higher the better. Power to weight ratio. Just power divided by weight. I could get up to a .3 if I can design a ship that only weighs 2,000, right? If I have 6 engines, but all my engines are going to be heavy. Let me check what one of the engines would weigh. I want tungsten. And aluminium. $260. So 1,560 out of 2,000 would be engines. It's ridiculous. Weight is fairly similar. It's because of the factoring, the efficiency factoring. But still, 1,200 versus 1,500. 300 is pretty good. But these would not be as high power. These would probably be very I mean, these, you know, it's tungsten.
Yep.
Yo.
There are more keys up right now.
They've been up for a while then. I still have one left over, so. You coming on?
Yep. Building another ship.
I haven't built it yet. I'm trying to think of the best approach. Kind of, you know, thinking about that one guy's ship that got him up to 30 knots. I'm trying to think about.
I mean, the answer to that is pretty simple. It's just
It's not.
make ship be out of aluminum.
Which isn't the answer, but yeah.
So I don't see an island. I just see trees.
Yeah, I had that too.
So I'm gonna swing onto the island.
Eventually it loaded in, so I don't know. Maybe it's really laggy. It's not sending me the data.
I don't know if I can make this. Yeah, I didn't make it. But I didn't see the world, so...
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I could go inside the island, like swing around underneath everything until it finally loaded. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of sizing and design where, I mean, that other one did seem pretty good. And honestly, my engine power is better. So I could, you know, if I copied that guy's design and just had aluminum and tungsten engines, we should go faster on that same design. But if you're not going to be on too long,
Not seeing the world here.
yep. Dive in.
I don't know.
Grab a tree.
Oh, no.
Hacker.
Do you see me as inside the world? Right
Yeah. Oh. You just went right through the ground.
No. The bubble saved me. I can tell where everything.
Yep.
Come on, I'm just trying to land. It's like landing on a ship. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what the best, obviously low weight, right? Like low weight, high power. Duh. But
Well,
there's
you can
a
make the frame, like you can make the plating and stuff out of cedar.
the decking, yeah.
Decking and plating, yeah. Kind of leapfrog, man.
Also, I'm not really, it seems like there's not really much variation. Like, yes, there's 1 or 2 kilometers or knots difference, which is important.
Oh, I'm inside of a rock. Fuck. I'm out. I can see the world.
Distracted me with your shenanigans.
Oh, now I can't see it anymore. Am I like half in the world right now?
You're in the rock. I see your line.
I'm in a rock. There's a rock here.
Yep.
Where do I go now?
No, yeah.
Do I swing into the
You're
rock?
swinging in the rock.
You got some stuff here.
Mm-hmm. Didn't take long to get. The other thing is,
I want to have it where only my head is poking out. Is my head poking out?
yep, not anymore. You're in a rock.
I'm swinging.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to your stream. Watch.
I think you sunk down a little bit. Yeah, you did. There you go. Just drag your knees through the dirt. Yeah.
Alright, I'll go to the other side where I have a world. Oh god! I'm under the world now. I'm inside of it.
So I think you're right, or I don't know if you remember we talked about it, but you mentioned like a ship that's designed for fighting is going to be faster than something designed for something else.
I mean, it should be at the very least.
And it is, and that's where I'm like conflicting in my mind of what to do. What I kind of want to do is have something right now, or have something, or put the energy into designing a ship that we can take through Sandwall and Stormwall without giving a damn.
Well, that's not happening because we're gonna completely enclose the engines, or we're gonna have it be a bigger ship and have an ability to get inside of it.
That's what I mean, is a bigger ship, but something that
But then it's less of a small fighter thing that is a really small target, etc.
correct.
But we have an easy entrance and exit system now. that even if people know about it, it's really fucking hard to do anything
Find the
on it.
location, yeah.
Yep.
Plus it gives us redundancy on the helm.
Yep. Kind of. I mean, like, technically you can pilot, but,
I mean, you could, yeah. That could be your entrance, is right where like at the front of the ship where you would pilot it or whatever.
having 3 helms on a ship would be kind of interesting.
Especially
But I
the
guess
backwards one. You can only have one person in at a time, which if you were under attack and somebody just jumped on the helm,
you couldn't get in and out of your ship.
neither could they without paneling. So it's buys time. Hey Jesse, what's up?
It could also mean that when you're inside of the ship, you could take control of your own ship, and they can't take control of it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's like, because you'll have that external one for normal operation, but if you knew where you were and you had the space in front of you, you could be like, all right, I'm going to fly east. Or if you knew a sand wall was to your south, then you would just fly south, like into the sand wall. Something like that. I don't know. Just to ditch the people if they have a smaller fighter jet. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, we could have small fighter jets for certain areas.
But we can't ditch them!
We can if we park them in an island.
Yeah, but then we'd have to find a way to hide them in an island, which is not exactly easy.
Right.
Possible, but not exactly easy.
Not easy at all. You might just have to find islands that have hiding spots, or that are too annoying, like the pancake one, where you could hide and somebody would just...
Ah, no! Every time I come over here, man, it's like your bubble is a fucking...
Yeah, that's what I had at first, and I just swung underneath the ground until it, like, finally...
Oh, and I died.
Until it finally did its thing and loaded me in. Oh, you know what? I had to like die and then relog, and then that's when it... I don't know. I forget.
I don't see any other islands either.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck. Have fun.
I also can't see any other islands. I'm gliding toward you. See if I just glide straight into the world. Ready?
Where you at?
It'll be an amusing thing.
I see, yeah.
Works. Bye-bye!
It's a sandworm.
I'm appropriately named then.
Yep. So, I'm trying to think of a better design. I don't know if there is than the one that Sefka made. Besides, maybe a little bit smaller, we could make.
Yeah, we could have it smaller in a couple directions, both directions. We can have it be less wide and less long. Oh, I see the island now. but I wasn't close.
Hmm.
Alright, test. Can I walk on ground? Yes.
So this is a little more wide. Not more wide, a little less wide. Only 2 segments instead of 3.
Yeah, I don't think we need 3 segments, and I think we would need 2 deckings to make that what we had work before.
Yeah, it adds a lot to the frame. Hmm. 355 and 150. The decking, what would we make the decking out of if we were traveling through storm walls and such? Does it matter?
Storm wall? I don't know, man. I mean, the answer with storm walls is just to have a whole bunch of fucking bar pipes everywhere. Pray to RNGesus.
Do you think this right here would work?
What's the purpose of the boxes instead of bulges?
We save on 1 panel. 4 panels.
But so
Weight.
a little bit of weight, yeah, but
Depends on what it's made out of, for sure. But they were like.
but the other thing is that it's going to be a harder time to get into that.
Into the top, yeah. But
Yeah.
we don't need
We're probably gonna need 6 engines to get the kind of power you're looking for.
That's the thing. I'm not. I don't. I don't think there's that much of a difference. Like I don't know. I haven't played with enough of the other engines. Like I'm thinking of just getting a fuel
Like,
efficient, high
to me, it's
resilience
just
one.
faster is faster. You know, if you can outrun someone, then you're safe from them.
But it's not. Like we've run into these other guys with lower, five. The thing yesterday, the really cool, plane design with the hidden wings. He had like
He was slower than
570
us.
something engines, but he was still reasonably like, you know, he had reasonable speed. We had 6. It's the weight to, you know,
Right,
power.
which I think was why aluminum is king. And the difference in durability isn't that huge. I mean, it is there, but it's not like, holy shit, it's a third. It's nothing like that, man. It's like, man, steel is 20% fucking better. Like that's
Yeah, it actually might not even be about that. It might be just about the stats on like the resilience on the engine, and not even anything to do with the
well, we know
material.
that it multiplies. It's
The material
multiplied
is the
by the age of steel.
multiplier. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know, I know.
But like when we were shooting out panels and stuff, like the difference was. I mean, there was a difference.
Yeah, it's like 20,
Iron,
30%.
iron to whatever that other one we tested.
Nickel is the best, but it's, for resilience purposes.
One of the best, yeah.
No, it's like it was like 15 shots for a small, and it was also really light and relatively abundant. So that's why we're going with nickel. And
Nickel weighs more than steel.
yeah, but the multiplier on resilience was a lot higher.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't think I tried a steel panel.
It was the same as iron.
Well, I don't think we tried it.
We
I
did.
don't-
For small, we tried it.
For small, it was a little bit better than iron. But also there could have been a quality difference that we didn't account for.
Yeah.
I have 7 nickel and 7 steel, so I'm going to make two large. Steel weighs 2.4 less.
Steel weighs the same.
Nope.
Cool. As iron or what? Or nickel?
Nickel weighs
Oh, okay. Yeah.
a bit more. So,
I thought you were talking about iron. But yeah, nickel weight. But it would like the weight to defenses ratio is better for nickel.
potentially, yeah.
But I think the weight to defenses ratio is the best with cedar or aluminum because they're so fucking light.
I'm just curious of like conductivity with Stormwall. Like what Like, you see this stuff saying it's like conductive and all that stuff. Like, what does that matter? You know, that's what I'm not aware of at the moment. What does that even mean? And I think the nickel was like 45 or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Time to shoot. $66. $75 for nickel. No, that'd be good. Let's do some more. Titanium might be decent with a large panel, I don't know.
Yeah, titanium is also it's apparently something that people are using a lot.
I mean, it didn't perform well on a small panel, but we should. The good thing about nickel is you're right, like it's so plentiful and it's a good performer, right? So
Which one? Nickel?
nickel.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like all around good. So I'm trying a quality 8 steel, which I had a quality 7 versus a quality 7 nickel. So we'll see what one quality does for defense on a large panel here. That was 68 shots, so it gave it two more hits for one more quality, which is what, 66 to 68. %3 increase, which might mean quality is a 3. Each one is 3%. So quality 10 would be 30% better.
3%. 3%. You're looking at 3% from 3% of the 7 to the 8. It's not the same as 3% from 1 to the 0 to the 1.
I mean, I'm just, roughing. I don't know for sure, yes. Unless you have some quality 1 steel.
Yeah.
I'm giving a rough, thought about it. You logged off, right?
Yeah. I'll be on for another, or like on my computer for another 30 to 40 minutes and heading to my girlfriend's.
Okay.
So
Usually you go on a Thursday. Today's special.
Haven't gone for a while. So.
Yeah. Got some quality 5 steel, but not enough to... Not enough. Oh, I got some quality 8 and 10 iron, so that'll be a good test. Gonna need some more bullets. Interesting. Interesting. These panels are pretty good. Interesting. $60 shots on aluminum panel versus 75 with nickel, and yet almost 8 kilograms less per panel. Crazy. Steel is pretty good. Nickel, highest so far. Let's try tungsten, 8. Quality 8 tungsten. 29.6. Seems like you better take 100 shots per panel or else it's like nowhere near worth it. Okay, that's 100 bullets. 106. Only 86. Steel and nickel perform relatively the same. Iron weighs a bit less though, a little better actually. For the weight. But these are just panels and not everything else. It's crazy. reset. This island's bugged. Holy 117. Bugs, so I gotta restart client. Restart client again. Yeah, Trady's there? I guess no. So it looks like tungsten is the best combustion internals. I just had these switched, and I mean it could be the number, the material amount that is then applied to power, 196 versus 152. But when I had 2 tungsten, it's only 117, which means there's almost no difference in the propeller between tungsten and... This is getting interesting. The gold propeller is only marginally worse than tungsten, but that's not the issue. You want to have, weight is a factor as well. So each component has its best in slot. And I think combustion internals looks like tungsten makes sense. Resistance to elements. Let's look at the naming. I mean, it's hard to say. The chart I looked at has they made everything out of the same material. Which doesn't make too much sense, because if you have a really poor engine material, you're going to have a really poor output in power. And again, I think you're trying to find power to weight ratio, right? Not just the most power, power to weight ratio. Let's look at everything down to nickel. Gold, silver, copper, nickel, steel. Gold is 0.69 per base, and I use up the propeller 152. So 104 base, 104.88. If we want to silver, so 0.5 times 152, 76, 20 kilograms, 20. And And let's say they gave me like 107. 107 for a 252. It would be just about the same as this guy, 272. Actually, it'd be a little worse. Like this looks good in power, but the weight, what is this, 116 divided by 373? It's funny, it's better than it's better than all the other engines I made. So tungsten combustion internal. The other idea is the amount, so that's 219. Will this have more power from it than this one? This looks like significantly less material actually. $810. $750, 60 less material. It's average of 30 kilograms less for this. So this one might actually have more power to weight ratio. Crazy. Hey Adrian, sorry if I didn't see you, man. Thanks for subbing. I've been racking my brain looking at stats for this game, so testing out these engines. Got some good engines, but trying to find out good material for them. Need to go get some more material to try figuring this stuff out. Basically confirm that a gold propeller is better than tungsten. Which is crazy. And I'm thinking silver might be better as well. Might be a light material is best. At least for the engine I have. So we'll get some more material before we get some more material first. That's some good stuff right there. That is a great node right here. Wow, it's a lot of tungsten. Quality 9. get me 1 or 2 more engines to test. Get a lot of good material. Okay, 8 and 9. Need 440, but I'll make another one. Question is, silver or, oh, we already did gold. Silver or something else. Silver weighs less. Not getting good quality silver here. We had gold 9, and still it was only at I mean, it's still really good. Let's try silver propeller. I should be able to do lead. I do have enough for 2. I think I need a deck. See how many it takes. Don't know why I can't put on an engine. Oh, buddy. Okay. Not understanding this. Okay, somebody else docked here. I don't know, that's messed up. Ha ha! Yes! Look at that. Look at that. Less spin up. But the power is there. So that's only quality 4 versus quality 9 gold. So silver is way better than gold. I'm even thinking a light material like titanium. Propeller. So it's not just those stats. Not at all. Let's try. So silver is better than gold for propeller. We need a filler. Let's do copper. See, neither of those affect power. I'm using the same quality tungsten. I could probably scan it right now, but I don't know. I like mounting it to check it out first. $114. So titanium is not as good as silver. That's low quality silver too. My engines could get up even higher. This is weird. Plus the weight. That's the other thing I forgot. 358. Oh yeah, because using lead. So these gold ones Lead, tungsten, gold is 373. 358. So even some more power and less weight. Better power factor. Well, I'm going to end the stream early here. So we're not doing anything. I'm probably just going to mess around. Ponder all this new knowledge. So, if you watch this, thanks for watching. And I will, type in chat if you're watching this at all. I have a chat thing. I should be able to see it even if I'm offline. So, like YouTube chat. And yeah, thanks for watching.